What a Catch, Part 40, a Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction. If you have not heard the previous 39 parts of this story, you can find a link to them in the description box below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe in support of more fanfiction. Ladybug looked at her partners, her heart beating so wildly that she would bet that you could hear it above the bells of Notre Dame. She knew it was time to trust someone, anyone, with her secret. Even her parents didn't know. Why was she so scared of people finding out that Marinette Dupain Chang was Ladybug? Not so fast, she said, trying to stall for more time. I need a little more proof than just your words. Alya, where is your Kwame? She watched as her best friend shifted uncomfortably, as though hiding a secret. She's... Alya began. I don't have her anymore. I haven't seen her in years. Ladybug sighed, unsure of what to do. She didn't want to not trust her best friend, but she also needed to think rationally. She needed proof that they were miraculous holders. What about you, Chloe? You've already seen my miraculous. Why do you need my Kwame? She scoffed. It wouldn't be the first time someone brought a fake miraculous to the table. She watched as Chloe hesitated for a moment before gently taking the comb out of her hair and, a flash of light later, had transformed into her queen bee persona. Well, do you believe us now? Ladybug swallowed and nodded, the pit of fear in her stomach growing as she realized that it was time to share her secret. The pit of fear in her stomach growing as she realized that it was time to share her secret with someone. Alya? She began. Yes? Would you see yourself out, please? She kept looking straight at Chloe, unable to bear the burden of whatever face her best friend was making at the moment. After a long pause, she heard a set of footsteps slapping on the floor as she left, obviously distraught at being excluded. Their trust damaged along with Alya's pride. As the door creaked shut, so did Ladybug's eyes, ashamed of what she just did to her friend. That was a little cold, even for you, Chloe said, finally breaking the silence. Another flash later, and she was back as her civilian self. Ladybug sighed, wanting to go home and curl up in a ball underneath the familiar warm blankets that were so trustworthy of blocking out the world. Spats off, she muttered, barely caring about anything anymore. She kept her eyes closed as she waited for a reaction from Chloe, holding her breath and trying not to cry. She knew she'd make some kind of snide remark about her. A rapping at the door came before she could say anything, and, because Marinette still didn't have the courage to open her eyes, she listened to Chloe walk away. Thank you, she heard her say, the smell of butternut squash ravioli flooding her nostrils as she slowly cracked open her eyes. Well, are you going to eat or not? I already sent Alya's share downstairs to eat with her mother, she said, holding a plate in front of her. Marinette looked at her, then the plate of food, then back at her with eyes as wide as saucers. Chloe was okay with this? She wasn't freaking out or clicking her tongue at her? Yeah. Food sounds great, actually, she said, taking the plate and slowly lowering herself into the couch. Marinette! You should know better! Chloe exclaimed, scowling at her. Immediately Marinette shot up, scared of Chloe's final say. She knew it. She knew Chloe wouldn't approve of her as Ladybug. That's a white couch! Why would you eat on it? For shame! Marinette blinked in surprise and slowly made her way to the table Chloe had sat down at. Sorry, she muttered. Just a little anxious, I suppose. Why? You suit your suit. She almost choked on the bite she took. She was suited? As in, Chloe Bourgeois approved of her being Ladybug? She began. Yes? You're not disappointed? What do you mean? In me? That I'm Ladybug? Were you disappointed that I have a miraculous? Not really, no. It kind of made sense once I thought about it. I did reject it at first, however. I feel the same way. Okay. Okay. They turned their attention to the meal in front of them, neither one having much to say to the other. Marinette felt strange. She had expected to feel either distraught or like a weight had been lifted off her shoulders, but nothing changed. She still had little confidence. What's going on with you? Chloe asked, taking a break to go grab a bottled water from the mini fridge. I just expected revealing myself to be different. Like what? More questions, less acceptance? I guess. Well, if it's a question you'd like, then take mine. What's that? Why didn't you want Cat Noir to be involved? What do you mean? I heard from the connector that you didn't want Cat Noir involved in any of this. Why? Why not him? No, not him. I can't. He loves you, you know. He loves Ladybug. That's different. I don't see a difference between her and Marinette Dupain Chang. Marinette looked up in surprise at her comment. You don't? It's why it was so easy to accept that you're my partner. It makes sense. Her strengths are your strengths. Her weaknesses are your weaknesses. I can't think of anyone more suited to be Ladybug than you are, Marinette. She lost her breath for a moment as she willed herself not to cry. She didn't expect to get approval from Chloe Bourgeois, of all people. But she needed it. She hadn't been this satisfied in a long time. But you should tell Cat Noir, Chloe continued. No. Don't be a child, Marinette. He deserves to know more than anyone else. It's true that he loved me once, but those days have long since passed. Ugh, Marinette, once you love someone, truly love someone, there's a part of you that will always love them. It's no different for him, I'm sure. He was your best friend once. My vote is you tell him, even before Alia. Marinette poked her fork at the pasta in front of her, knowing Chloe was right. If only she knew that Cat Noir was actually Adrian Agreste. There's no way she'd respond the same way to that news as she did to her revealing herself as Ladybug. Now then, Chloe continued, what's the plan? The plan? For the fight against Hawkmoth. Oh, I'm actually not sure. You're not sure? Chloe stood up abruptly, knocking her water across the table as she slapped her hand to her forehead and groaned. Come on, Marinette. You're the one who always has a plan. This was Cat Noir's dumb idea, not mine. So? Haven't you talked it over with him? No? 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 What do you mean, no? Marinette, seriously? Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Ugh, do you know where he is right now? Like, right now? What else would I be referring to? Time on Pluto? Okay. I can call him. Do it. Get him over here. Are you okay with him seeing you like this? What do you mean, like this? Is there something wrong with my hair? No, I mean, as a civilian. Seriously, Marinette? Seriously? Ugh, call him right now, Chloe said. And then we're going on a field trip. A field trip? To where? Oh, where else? His dumb cat cave. Marinette blinked in surprise. The cat cave? What middle schooler's dream den was she referring to? Was it Cat Noir's? Then again, knowing him, he would have a lair for superhero stuff. Now that she knew that Cat Noir was rich, she wouldn't be surprised if it actually existed. To the cat cave they'll go, then. Thank you so much for listening. Part 41 will be available shortly. In the meantime, you can check out these other videos for more fanfiction. I'll catch you next time.